We all know about Martin Luther King Jr., but few are aware of Bass Reeves, the first African-American U.S. Deputy Marshal. Reeves was born a slave and became a freeman, a U.S. Deputy Marshal, and a legend. His life is filled with adventure and tragedy. Because Bass Reeves is a pivotal historical figure after the American Civil War, it is important to study all parts of his life, including his early, middle, and later years. Before he became one of the most famous marshals of all time, let's explore Reeves' early years leading up to his recruitment as a marshal. Bass Reeves was born a slave in Paris, Texas in 1838. While very little is known about his early life or childhood, it is documented that he was illiterate, like most slaves of his time. Reeves won his freedom when he escaped from his owner, George Reeves. The website blackpast.org explained that while it is unclear how and exactly when Bass Reeves left his owner, at some point during the Civil War, he gained his freedom and fled to the Indian territories, where he lived as a fugitive slave among the Creek and Seminoles. While Bass lived with the Creek and Seminole tribes, they taught him the skills he would use in his later career as a U.S. Marshal, including tracking and marksmanship. According to the website arregistry.org, following the American Proclamation, Reeves moved to Van Buren, Arkansas, and became a farmer. He married Lily Jean from Texas, with whom he had 10 children, 5 boys and 5 girls. 1875 was a very important year for Reeves. President Grant appointed Isaac C. Parker as the judge for the Federal Western District Court, making Parker the authority over the Indian territories. Because the territories were filled with criminals, Parker ordered a U.S. Deputy Marshal, a federal lawman, to hire deputies to capture them. Reeves was chosen to be a Deputy U.S. Marshal due to his extensive knowledge of the area. Now, let's look at Bass Reeves' career as a marshal. Reeves quickly became one of the most respected and feared marshals due to his incredible skill and achievements. As a result, many legends and stories were created about him. According to the book Legends and Lies: The Real West, Reeves served as a U.S. Deputy Marshal for 33 years. Although the exact number of men that he tracked down and brought to justice isn't known, he was credited with arresting more than 3,000 criminals. Despite being illiterate, Reeves was able to find his targets by memorizing them from their wanted posters. The book also gave examples of Reeves' incredible skills as a marksman and manhunter. This was shown when he hit a running target at several hundred feet. The book also stated that Reeves was considered to be the best manhunter among his fellow marshals. This was proven when he managed to track down outlaw Bob Dozier, who had successfully eluded other deputies. Reeves often used trickery to find his enemies. According to the website The Legacy of Bass Reeves, Reeves once disguised himself as a tramp in order to arrest 2 young outlaws. With his disguise, Reeves was able to win their trust before he arrested them. Unfortunately, Reeves' career wasn't without its downsides. In 1886, Reeves was arrested for the murder of his cook, William Leach. Fortunately, he was found innocent. According to the Legacy of Bass Reeves website, another tragedy in his life was being forced to bring in one of his own sons for murdering his wife. In Reeves' later years, his life started to change. Segregation caused Reeves to be retired from the marshals. Reeves then joined the Missouri Police Department at the age of 68. Unfortunately, little life about his second career wasn't known. According to arregistry.org, he served as a police officer for 2 years before being forced to retire again due to illness. Bass Reeves died in 1910, according to the website ProQuest. This was due to failed health and Bright disease. However, Reeves' legacy still continues to inspire the U.S. The Real West book revealed that many people believe that Reeves was the inspiration behind the famous comic book character, the Lone Ranger. And evidence collected during Reeves' career definitely shows some resemblance. Now, to wrap this speech up, in conclusion, I told you about Bass Reeves' early, middle, and later years. Bass Reeves' life has impacted the United States in many ways, from being a slave to serving our country as a marshal and police officer. Reeves' story showed us how we can change our lives regardless of where we come from. Overall, Reeves' life and legacy makes him to one of America's greatest heroes. Thank you.